Hello Pisces, this is Bonnie from Soulstarbliss with your May 2018 mini tarot reading. I did want to take a second and tell you I've had a lot of requests from people all over to add an Instant Go account, and I am working on that. By the end of the month it should be up and running and functioning for those of you who have asked. With that said, let's get busy and see what's coming up for Pisces this month. Please remember this is a general reading, and if you'd like one just about you, stop by my website, get yourself an appointment. We'll get to it as quickly as we can. And also you may want to check your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Let's get going here and see what's coming. Okay, wow, nice cards here. Okay, it looks like victory is going to be yours this month in different areas and different ways. Things are really starting to fall into place for some of you. And this is going to happen. If it's not, it's going to happen really quickly for you. It says that, remember this though, when your mind is filled with spirit, it fills your body to overflowing. What you think about, you become, which is the Ace of Cups. And that is a big deal, because I do believe that what we think we are, that's who we become. It says messages are coming to you. Okay, make sure you check your messages daily. I don't know why, but that could be important for some of you. It says there is going to be gaiety in the midst of change. Things are going to go up and down. Some of you will be waiting for what I've asked about. But if you're not waiting for something, what you start is going to prosper for you, for some of you, in the areas of maybe love, work, whatever you're changing, whatever it is you're wanting to change. It says, again, I mentioned this just a minute ago, but it says messages are going to be important this month. I feel they're physical messages, whether they be phone, email, Gmail, or whatever. Even your mailbox, make sure you check your messages. You are a Chariot. Boy, that's been the second time I saw this today, and I love that card. It means one who achieves greatness. I also have the Victory card here, Ace of Swords for you. So it's a good time to begin things. It's also a good time to finish up with things that you're working on. It says don't let outside influences change the way or the plan that you've made. Maybe there's been some bumps along the road, and if that's true, get some counsel about it. Get the person that specializes in whatever you're working on, because that will help guide you. But again, don't be talked out of it. Just says, but don't be so stubborn that you can't take advice for someone to help you. It says abundance is here, but it also, I have the Empress card, which to me means pregnancy could be around you. With that said, if you want pregnancy, hallelujah. If you don't, you also know what to do there. It says learning something new. It says that's not going to change everything, but sometimes we get stagnant in our careers or our position. If you're wanting to get ahead with something and you're not, look into updating something that you do. Wants, wishes, and daydreams, very important. Don't forget to work on your own. It's easy to put our stuff aside, our personal things, our bucket list, whatever you want to call it. But it says this is a good time just to review that. And when we work on all of our wants, wishes, and daydreams, remember, we can have them all. However, it's best to focus on one at a time. Take the list down, work on one for 5 minutes, one for 5 minutes, and so on. But don't try to work at them all the time. If you do that, it seems like nothing becomes crystal clear. It says there's going to be help from people that you didn't expect help from this month. I feel for some of you that is at work. Maybe you were struggling with something and you didn't ask for help. But it says you're going to know who you can trust there. If something's not clicking with you, if something's not working right, if your plans the blueprints aren't right, or whatever it might be, you're going to have a chance to talk to somebody about that. Or maybe a supervisor, maybe somebody that's just, they're not checking up on you, they're checking the timeline of the project. It says that they will be able to help you. Don't be afraid. It says in the relationship department, whether you're married or whether you're single, remember you're going to get out what you give. Okay, relationships aren't 50-50, but they're give and take. And please remember that. It says if you can give or open and then open to receive, you're going to be very happy. I have the Sun card here for you. It says changes again on the way, but I also have the Nine of Cups, which means you have a wish coming, but it also means things can be falling into place. Remember, when it's the darkest of dark, things are really falling out of place to line up to put things in order for you. And when the Nine of Cups shows up, you should always, if you're on that roll, oh, I want this. Okay, here it comes. Oh, I need that, or I'd appreciate this, or whatever. It says use that energy well. It says don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Just do it in a kind way. Choose kindness. And it says you'll get a lot more cooperation. Don't be afraid to move forward and make choices. If you have to make choices this month, you have a lot of a wisdom, knowledge, whatever inside of you. Make sure you use those. Don't make them emotionally. Make them, using what your past experience, your past wisdom, your past knowledge. Relationship department just came up again. Those of you that are in a relationship and feeling alone, step back and see why you're feeling that way. I feel like some of you are just shutting people out because you don't want to be hurt. Remember, you know what it's like to be alone. A lot of people do know what it's like to be alone. So maybe you'll have the courage to step up and speak what is going on or what's making you feel that way. Those of you that are thinking about leaving a relationship, if you've thought it through, only you can decide what's to do, but don't do it emotionally, do it factually. Or again, how you're feeling, make sure that you check all of the options before you make your choices. It says the things you've been working on are going to pay off for you. Don't be afraid, and don't let anybody take away from you what you don't want to give, whether it be love, money, whatever it is. You can hold on to stuff that's yours. You don't have to love everybody. You can like everybody, or you can just wish them well. It says it's impossible for people to love everybody, but you can care about them. And set them off with peace, love, and prosperity if they're not, if they're affecting you in some other way. And with that said, Pisces, it looks like you have an interesting month coming up this month. You're going to be busy. Take care of yourself and things will be quite well for you. Thanks so much for stopping by. This is Bonnie from Soulstarbliss, and we'll see you again next month.